Hello everyone, and welcome once again to this 112% playthrough of Hollow Knight. Last time we defeated the False Knight and got our upgrade of the Vengeful Spirit attack, and this time we are going to be progressing through Green Path, a new area in this game. These guys explode. They'll explode while they're alive too. Just didn't let him show that off. That's weird. Those things usually run away from you when you get like remotely close enough to hit them. These little dudes just roll at you. And yeah, again, very simple enemies so far. We're still in the early phases of the game. See, he explodes. Told you. Die. I tried to knock him into acid, but it did not work. So we're just gonna continue on this way. Jump over here. Bitch. Yeah, you're gonna want to keep an eye peeled for those guys because they're scattered throughout the realm of Green Path, and they're placed in like the meanest of positions. It's cool. Up here, got ourselves a little bench to rest at. And we can look at our updated, and no we can't. Yeah, so the different areas of Hollow Nest have different maps. So in each new area you find, you're gonna need to find Cornifer all over again. And pay him all over again. At varying prices that sometimes don't make sense. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Continuing on this way. Hello. Goodbye. So, I mean, I can't do it because I think you might need full cell, but there is actually a speedrunning strat here. I mean, I try it every time. I've literally never pulled it off, but okay. Yeah, you can actually use the knockback from the Vengeful Spirit to boost yourself up there. It's not super easy to do, at least for me. If that fails, you have this guy over here that, quite like that Vengefly we saw earlier in the Forgotten Crossroads, you can just lead him up here. I missed. God dang it. Come on. I'm trying to show the cool thing. Okay, you get it. I wasn't gonna go up there anyway. It's fine. You get the gist. God. Upsetting. I've mentioned speedrunning a couple times so far. If you have any interest in this game whatsoever, I highly recommend checking it out. You know, assuming you don't care about the spoilers that you will see from watching somebody beat the game in under. What's the record? I think the any percent record is half, like 32. Yeah, I think it was recently just set at around 32:57 or something like that by Fireborn. So yeah, if you don't care about you know, seeing all the spoilers, then I highly recommend looking up the speedrun of this game because there is some very cool text. Ah, dang it! Thought I could escape that. This is like the only game I have like any interest in speedrunning or watching speedruns of. Ouch. I think, yeah. Get up here, knock that block down. Makes our life a little easier. And we can hear our old friend humming again. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, and though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Yeah, I'll buy your map. And because we have our, we bought the quill from the Zelda, it's not quite as sketched out in the areas we've been already. But we still have to do our fair share of exploring still. Every time, just a smile on my face. Guaranteed. So let's carry on this way. Before we continue on here, I recommend knocking this down. This allows you to jump back up here. It's a nice shortcut. If you jump down there without knocking it down, you have to walk all the way back around to get here. Alrighty. Come on. Come on. Do it. Well, I tried. They were spaced poorly, but that's just RNG. Let's continue this way.
Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it. My journal, it will aid you. At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of the hunter.
I don't want to know where you were storing this. So by talking to this guy, we get the Hunter's Journal. This is another page of our inventory menu, and it is the bestiary. I love bestiaries. I don't know what it is, but any game that has a bestiary is like automatically like better in my mind. I just like being able to see the attention to detail that they give to all of these like minor enemies throughout the world. Well, you know, by the end of the game, if I feel like it, I'll make a bonus video where I just go over the entire bestiary, and that'll be a long video. I missed. Okay. Yeah, don't fall on the acid. Pro tip, don't. It hurts. Shocker. Hey, friend. Oh, okay. Bye, friend. And so, as you saw there, new enemy that we killed, we get a new journal entry for. Something to be noted though is that even if you collect the enemy in your bestiary, like for example this guy, it doesn't automatically tell you the information. You have to kill a certain number of them. So it does give you incentive to explore the world and you know, seek out as many enemies as you can find. Remember what I said about sneaky placement? And I still got hit by it. I'm offended at myself. Let's just continue on this way. No. Those guys can be annoying to deal with, and especially annoying to get in your hunter's journal, just because they run away from you and you can't really catch up to them. But if you just whack them once, shoot them with the vengeful spirit, they're dead. It's not hard to deal with. Hello again. Come back. I don't have a mouth, but I want friends to talk to. Is that a little too real? Sure, we'll pay up to 50 to you. And we get a bench for our troubles. So, how did she... It's a she, by the way. How did she get through here? Or was she the one that locked it? Did she just find me for friendship? Freaking rude. Oh. Ah. Something about falling in Hollow Knight. It's guaranteed. If you get hit while you're jumping up a long room like this, you will fall to the bottom, no matter how hard you try to land on any of the platforms along the way. Let's head up here. The greater mind once dreamed of leaf, and cast these caverns so. In every bush and every vine, the mind of Un reveals itself to us. If you haven't gathered by now, Hollow Knight has a very extensive lore that is not very direct. So there are plenty of sources you can look into to collect all the pieces of the lore together, and that was one of them. I won't be going into the lore here because I don't think that's inherently part of like the gameplay side of the game, but you know, there are people who do it much better than me anyway. Mossbag, Rusty from the Super Forge, I think is what the channel is. Highly recommend watching their videos. Anyway, get up. I take no damage from that guy, but I take damage from the freaking Venus flytraps. God. Those enemies can actually be like legitimately challenging to deal with when you don't know how they work. They're probably the strongest enemy we've encountered so far, aside from maybe the False Knight. But that's a boss, so it's not really in the same category. Let's head over here. Someone seems to be having a great time. Fine. Easy peasy. That was the Vengefly King, by the way. Sort of mini boss. He's dead now. It's fine. The only thing he can do is swoop across the screen like that, and sometimes he'll pause and scream, and some regular Vengeflies will come out, but that's all he's got on him. Hello.
Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. What are you still bothering me for? I'm a knight. I'm not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Begone, lest I draw my nail. You can leave him to die. You absolutely can. And it's not like most games where you just ignore it. Like, after a certain point, if you don't save Zote from the Vengefly King and you come back, Zote will legitimately be dead. So, you know, up to you. I personally recommend saving him, even if he is a little bit of a, shall we say, acquired taste. The green children walked from the dream unto these lands. Here we now shall wait, patient for the call to return.
a little bit. Ah, you're back. Let's head over here. Rude. Give me my friend. Then on this side, I want you to come over here because I don't want to fight both of you at the same time. Oh my god. I don't think I actually went over it before, but the Vengeful Spirit spell does about as much damage as 3 nail hits, so it is significantly stronger than just normally attacking an enemy. These guys were guarding a veritable stash of Geo. 100 total. That's nice. We knocked this down. This is where we entered before and fought the first one of those knights. If we had come to the left here, we just wouldn't have been able to progress because this jump would have been too high. But now that we've knocked it down, we are free to do as we please. Ooh. Pop on in here. We have come a long way. 140. If he wasn't so cool, it would be a ripoff. I think you just have to open the stag station to call him over here, but I always ring the bell just to be extra safe. Make sure that it gets marked on my map. Anywho, continuing onward. Ooh, the music stopped. That's always a good sign in any video game. Come no closer, ghost. I've seen you creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you try to do. I can't allow it. This is Hornet. So, the second major boss in this game, I would say Hornet is the first legitimate challenge that people come across in Hollow Knight. I watched one playthrough of this. I forget who by exactly, but they spent a solid 3 episodes just fighting Hornet. So she has a wide range of attacks, much more than the False Knight did. She can dive at you like that. She can jump in the air and spin those threads around her. She can land on the wall. And we saw before that she can throw out her nail as a projectile attack. You can actually bounce on the nail, so it gives you a little bit of leniency in that regard. Make sure you take these opportunities when you knock her down to heal up if you need it. Hornet seems to have a tendency of walking into you for whatever reason. That's probably the most annoying thing about fighting her, is that sometimes you'll feel like you're safe and she'll just take 2 steps forward. But, you know, once you get used to it, it's not too bad. We've taken the Mothwing Cloak. Press the button to dash forwards. Use the cloak to dash quickly along the ground or through the air. We got our first movement upgrade, and it's a very good one. Would it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace. No, I'm good. Thank you for joining me today. That's going to be it for this episode. As always, I hope to see you around next time. And until then, stay happy, healthy, and kind.